Shiva, Hazel. Come with me, tokens. We're going on an adventure.
A wonderful magical adventure.
Because of S2's ability to float up and also ability to see through the fog, I'm going to reveal the entire outside of the battlescape.
Hooray!
Huzzah.
Just chuck away some of my fly minutes.
Levitate. Arguably.
I suppose I could also use the levitate spell that I never use.
Wait for now.
You have that like at will, don't you?
I reminds me, I forgot to roll false life. I don't have it at will, but I have it once per day, and I never use it because I have fly in minutes.
Right.
Yes, yes.
Nice.
There you go.
I need it.
Someone is excited.
I got fucking max
have
hit points on my
mage
false
armor
life. Please. It's probably fine. Look, I'm small. Nothing can hit me.
Do you have mage armor?
You have mage armor, you're gonna like it.
Thank you. I mean, I don't want to say I have it.
Just assume you have it, please.
What is that?
You
big
have
thing?
it. I don't use my first level for
Storm
anything except for
elemental.
snowballs.
I'm missing an Airlease.
Aren't they statued?
Probably.
Yeah, they're statute as well because they would count as a separate creature for spells.
Is that Storm Elemental the friendly one or the nasty one?
Friendly,
It's definitely not the friendly one.
Oh,
friendly one was like huge sized.
I couldn't
Bigger.
remember. An honor knight. Must be mind controlled.
Or
Because-
just a traitor.
If it's the one we know about, it's a traitor. Otherwise, I'm going to assume mind.
Is it, or is it a mind controlled? Are they truly a
But-
traitor?
But what if it's mind control?
Also, who is
The-
Mr. No Name
But
in
what
the
if
world?
I don't care?
Yes.
I-
This is the overview you see. Most of the windows for the temple have been severely boarded up, leaving only really the front door from what you can see. I mean, technically you could try to fly through the roof where magic's coming up, but that seems like a terrible idea.
Someone give me flight and I'm totally on it.
I mean,
Totally
we
gonna vaporize you? I don't know.
You know, technically, we have another person who's very capable of shifting wood while being quiet.
Hazel quietly and meekly raises her hand. There's a few people in front of us, but if we just go this way, we can probably make it through the tree line quietly too. And then around back, we can probably undo one of the windows.
You hear a very loud speech going on from the well. I know
Perfect distraction.
Little Timmy.
Bob was being, frankly, verbose with his kind of words, trying to command, trying to inspire. Though he's doing the entire thing with the most flat effect you've ever heard. It's like a monotone, inspiring speech. Now is the time of our victory. Soon the hour will be at hand.
We choose to go to the moon, not because it is easy, but because it is hard.
Pretty much.
Wow. Wow. Double wow.
How do we want to go about this? There's a lot of people out there.
Yeah.
To the right of us, made of wood.
To the right. Which one?
Through the trees, the
This one?
big building.
That's the temple, and
yeah.
it seems to be stone.
Pure stone?
Yeah, but the windows are boarded up, so.
Ah, okay, yeah. Then yeah, I say just go with Hazel's plan and see if we can sneak around to a back window and...
Even then, warping wood isn't necessarily quiet, so...
No.
True.
It's quieter than ripping it out by hand, though.
Mm-hmm.
Quiet, though.
Especially
Well,
dead wood like that, it's not as supple or quiet as.
Well, we have
Really?
one thing on our side.
There might be people on the inside.
We
You might hear
do
it,
also
so-
have Orb of Silence.
Yes, we do. We have 3 of them.
I like that plan. Hazel doesn't need to speak for doing the wood thing.
For those of you psychically attuned, there's a strange... You're getting very strange sensations from this direction, however.
Which direction?
From the gnome.
North?
Mhm.
Okay.
The gnome in the north.
Yeah, let's avoid him.
Currently, though, he seems quite distracted with his speech, which is good for you.
Yeah, because isn't that the same gnome that we saw or the Academy saw in Visions? And
Yeah.
yeah, let's avoid him for now.
All able to dominate minds. I'm very
Yeah,
lucky
again,
dominating minds right now.
who's Hazel with, I suppose, is a good question, considering that might be immediately, a thing.
What?
Because didn't you say Hazel gave someone protection from evil constant?
Yeah. No one claimed her, so I'm just assuming she's linked to me.
I mean,
Otherwise, what you see is this building here appears to be a tavern. This one here appears to be some kind of shop front.
Okay. Right. Do we have a plan for distracting these guards at the tent here?
Do we need
Sorry,
to?
step away for a second. Just want to have a question.
No, I'm just asking the group something.
Okay.
If we're going to go with Hazel's plan, we need to get these people out of the way first. The ones just past this. I mean, yeah, we can't just walk past them.
If we do it quick enough.
Oh, right, invisibility sphere. But they have dogs.
Do we? Oh, they well, yes.
And I can't just ask the dogs to not do that. They not normal animals.
Out of character, there's nothing really stopping us walking through the woods, is there?
It's more difficult to stealth for in some regard when it comes to noise, but
Let's use another silent sphere. Let's go around the back, silent sphere, traps through the woods, and then if we need to, another silent sphere once we get to this window back here.
Yeah, but then we'd only have one left for combat
Eh,
or emergency.
eh.
Oh, here's a question. Do we think it's safe to bring out our companions now? Our fossilized companions?
you think bringing them out right now could still trigger an alarm. So
Okay. Because Cor would technically be very nice here, considering his ventriloquism.
I like the idea of just sort of going back here by this sort of wagon, traipsing through the forest with silence, and then see if we can warp wood silently.
I mean, it's worth a try. It's probably one of the more safer quotation mark options we have.
Yeah. All right. I'm good for that plan.
Unless anyone has any major objections.
I mean, either that or we break into the tavern, grab some haunches of meat or something, and try to distract the dogs that way.
That's assuming there's no one in the tavern.
Oh, no, I mean, there's probably people on tavern, but,
Yeah, but we don't really go breaking into places where there's going to be clearly people there when they're not places we don't need to be.
you could pass them. I bet you could pass one of them.
Yeah, we probably could. Don't need to break into there though.
I guess, yeah, that's true. We don't necessarily all need to move to investigate somewhere if we want to. Karis, if you
Sure,
felt
yeah.
confident, do you think you could get into the tavern?
I could get into there, it's just whether they'd spot me on the way. There is a wolf directly outside the tavern as well.
There is a southern.
Oh, yeah,
there's
there's
a door right here.
Oh yeah.
Well, that might be the back.
My screen
which
was
might be-
slightly too far to the right.
Because there is a point that if we just want to send one person, they could potentially set up a distraction elsewhere in the camp. Alternatively, yeah, we could call our outside distraction as well now, and then do the wood warpiness or whatever.
Might be wise because if they're distracted with something outside, it'll put them slightly more on alert. But they probably won't think that. They'll probably think that our distraction is to get inside the the main area of the compound, not inside the inner temple yet.
Alternatively, if we want to make it seem like an attack, there's a lot of people grouped up north. If we have some way of, I don't know, artillerying them and then running past,
Wander
and hoping
Fireball.
they think it's.
I feel like that leaves too much heat in this area.
Yeah.
We want
We don't
area
really
at
have a
the
way of making it
outskirts.
look like it came from far away is the issue.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think just popping our outside distraction is best right now.
All right, sure.
Because then we can use that to get into the temple.
And if we give it like 5 minutes or something, then it might draw some from inside the temple out.
Give it a couple of minutes for messages to get sent down and anyone who's in there to come up.
Unless we want to try and speed them up by, I really wish I had ventriloquism. It's just very useful in situations like now.
Hmm?
Hey, astute sister, let's kick it. What do you call the word? Let's go loud. Bring violence.
Distraction.
Yeah.
We can bring violence.
Yay.
Just
That's good.
very quick question, and I doubt it works, but it's worth asking. I know my armor blocks like all my other ninja tricks, but will I still be able to make the duplicate of myself? It uses my energy, but technically comes from the gloves.
Might still be able to.
Which case, we could trigger the distraction and then have my clone sort of be seen sprinting towards the distraction, or like a different direction.
No, we want to keep the heat off this area.
Yeah.
Which is why
Yeah,
they'd
we
head
want them-
away from this area.
But that means that they would know that you were here in this area whenever that went off. What we want them to think is we want them to think that we're trying to get in from the outside,
I mean,
not that we're already in.
No, I get what Tinder means, isn't like just because it's
Yeah.
enough that like you could look like any mook or whatever. I think the only issue is it might be a bit too foggy for him to even notice you.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I guess if it doesn't look like Kelris running by and it looks more like
It would look exactly as I look now.
which is a cultist.
I
Right.
mean, what would people think of, being a little more mundane with this and just like chucking a bottle over there or something?
I'm
No,
not
because
sure
again,
what that would achieve.
Yeah, again, that's giving them the impression that we're in here. We want them to think that we're outside and that the suspicion isn't in here. The suspicion is out there, which is where our distraction is coming. And that we're trying to use that distraction to get in. If we make a distraction in something that obvious in here, they'll think we're causing like if they realize it's a distraction, they'll know we're in here.
Yeah, I think we should just stick with the original thing of we've called our distraction, sit here, wait a minute, and hope people siphon off, and then go around the back.
Yeah, I think that's our better bet.
Yeah,
Then worst case, we have Karis as the bull.
I thought it was a little early to play that card, but if everyone wants to, we can.
I think this is an important point to play the card because getting in is is probably going to be the most difficult part, and one of the few times we can actually activate this reasonably well.
Yeah. Plus, the whole point of the distraction was to help us get in.
Like we've got the belt if we need to get out.
Yeah. With us,
getting out is the comparatively easier part. Give or take, maybe Karis armor issue.
Yeah, and if they think that we're in here, they know that like we are in a dangerous area, so they're going to ignore stuff from the outside because we're already in here. They don't need to focus on what's outside, right? They need to make sure this ritual stays and like they keep the princesses and stuff. So yeah, I pop the distraction. We use this to get into the temple.
Get over here, guys.
Yes, a few minutes after you kind of give the request, a few nerve-wracking minutes of will anything happen. Suddenly, you're not sure what's going on, but you see a giant rock, as in the bird, fly overhead with. Is that coloured?
You want a bird?
And then suddenly, minutes later, well, not minutes later, moments later, suddenly, what must be 40 abyssal wasps fly past.
Shiva just kind of looks up and goes, "I hope he doesn't die." It's very casually says that.
Sure.
And then you see an artillery blast of magic missiles from out of the forest shoot down a bunch of those. Seems like distraction has started.
That's a big bird. Where did we get that bird?
I'm going to assume it was maybe a summon.
Oh.
Could be. Although, they have been sighted in my Helmland, but that's not important. We need to go now.
I wouldn't surprise.
Now is the time we fight. Squadron 1, get moving. As you saw them start dispersing, to start heading out. Other quarters all begin to move. Some exiting the tavern.
No, the
Before-
tavern tag. It's okay.
Oh
I
god,
presume-
the hostile tavern tag.
I presume Shiva would also have joined the others moving into the forest.
I'm,
Yes, I'm sorry.
I'm pretty sure it's a safe bet.
No, Shiva's
Um,
got to take them all on. Ah!
oh
This is
my
where I put my
God.
stand. Excuse me?
Just
Pardon
throw
me?
Hestia at them. It's fine.
You two with me. Guard the entrance. The knight seems to move back forward. And based on the voice, though, that you can hear, that definitely sounds like what you remember the traitor sounding like. Yeah, the various forces all start to kind of split and move. The gnome trying to rally others of them, but other ones not so much being rallied, just kind of doing, well, heading out towards the distractions.
Does he definitely look like a gnome that's like currently going through the bleaching?
He looks like it, at least.
He's little Timmy stuck down the well.
Okay, now would technically be a very good time to blow them all up.
I mean, it's still an option.
Yeah. So the forces have rearranged themselves, it seems.
I'm gonna keep moving then.
Okay.
Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy.
This is just following the path Hazel's making.
Mhm.
It doesn't work as well as you like it to. She has whatever that ability is called for moving through foliage
Woodland Stride.
unimpeded. Woodland Stride.
I can move
hey, me
difficult
too.
terrain unimpeded.
I guess I could take Easy Man's out and just float over it.
Literally half the party doesn't care.
Peek around the corner.
You don't really see anyone, though you can see what appears to be a pair of small elementals skidding around nearby.
Did we see
they're
where
not-
the large elemental went?
Flown straight up.
Ah.
We're looking to take out aerial targets.
Yeah, I get the feeling that'll be more of an issue for, what's his face than the bugs would have been.
He's probably prepared for electricity.
How tightly
Crazy.
is this?
How tightly is the boards on it?
Yeah, can I get like a peek through?
It's not easy, but you can try.
Can you warp a knothole in it without being super loud?
If you kind of peek in, you see, is that a workshop of some kind? It looks like a workshop to you.
I see hammers and tables
And chisels.
Oh, chisel.
And what appears to be, is that a man made of stone?
And a very large stone man.
Is it moving?
No.
Nope, nope.
Hmm.
The voice in your head is whispering, Golem.
Hmm. Yeah, it's not moving currently, but it looks like it can move, and it would punch us really, really hard.
Can I have a look in, please?
Oh yeah, of course.
I hate having to do this. As if it probably hunches down to look at, try and look for the boards.
Your old back.
We're back. I mean, I can quickly just shift to being a teen and do it. Hey.
You kind of look inside. That is definitely a golem being that is either been built or is being built.
Can I identify it?
Yes, you could make me a spell, not a spell, an Arcana check.
Hell yeah. 38.
Wait.
So close to 40.
Oh, did you not hear me, J-Mac?
No?
I said I can aid you.
Oh, please do. 40.
Wait. They're trying to build a fiend infused stone golem. Okay, this thing is trouble.
Where does
So
try?
unlike- So not only so a normal stone golem is bad. Like all golems are immune to magic, etc. Not only that, although this one not only has DR adamantine like most stone golems would, it would have DR good adamantine.
Ugh.
And a basic regeneration ability. Well, probably close to fast healing.
How close is it to being finished?
I can't tell, but can't tell exactly, but it looks like it's not. It doesn't appear to be animating right now, but as far as you can tell, it is finished. It's possible it only needs the command word to wake up at the moment.
Does it look like you could break it before it's activated? Like, is there an easy way to just break golems like that?
Not once they're done.
Well, if it's not been activated, it's possible you could try to mess with the runes on the golem. That would change the magic on it.
I have adamantine bolts if we want to just scratch them out.
In your advanced knowledge, Essie, you could try to send the golem berserk instead.
Could we change it so that it will go berserk once activated?
Probably.
Let's do that. That sounds like fun.
Stone golems are already prone to going berserk. It wouldn't be too difficult to probably force them.
The only issue I'm saying is this will probably be a UMD, and I don't know if any of us are good at that.
I'm willing to give it a shot. I am untrained in it, but I'm willing to go in there and scratch things out.
Yeah, considering the...
considering
this is an unactivated golem.
Yeah, I wouldn't. This isn't UMD.
Yeah, this is an unactivated golem. It's like changing a spell on a page.
Yeah, it's definitely closer to spellcraft in this case.
Yeah, spellcraft or knowledge arcana, because this is...
Because we're rewriting the script of the golem, essentially. What animates a golem is the runes that cover its body. If you alter the runes, you alter the magic.
In which case, I'd be down for giving it a try if everyone else is down.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Definitely.
The alternative I have is, what's the floor made out of in there?
Stone.
If it goes badly, I can just hungry earth it, and then, where did it go? Under the floor? We don't know.
Nah, I like it going berserk better.
I know, but I'm saying if we fill this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Definitely keep that as in the back.
What check are you assuming it's gonna be?
Probably Arcana.
Or spellcraft.
I can bestow insight myself. All of that stuff.
Let's get in there first, I think, though.
Well,
Sure.
Obviously, the window's boarded up, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Does the window look like it would still open from the side? Like, would it slide up, or would it push out into the boards, or what? Or does it just not open at all?
It doesn't look like it's probably meant to open at all.
We are gonna need silence.
Is the window still there, actually?
Yeah, for the most part. A little damaged, but it's still there.
I know I should have put the glass cutter.
Then yeah, probably silence, and we'll just heft the window off.
Is the window set in wood or?
Not particularly. Mostly set into stonework.
Okay.
Appears to be the case for most of the windows are all heavily set into stone.
Alright, we're gonna need silence.
Who wants to use their orb then?
I can use mine. Mine was more of a contingency if I have to fight a spellcaster.
Okay.
I will toss mine at a spellcaster if you have to fight.
I mean, that's what I had one for as well.
Yeah, but I was more thinking I could use it on myself, run up to them and beat the shit out of them with my hair.
Fair point.
So you want to smash and break your way in?
Yeah.
Broke
Activate silence. Break the window, and Hazel just is gonna use a wood shape to just go, foop, a circle out of the center.
Okay. You've created a hole there, and you can get into the small workshop at the back of the temple. If that's what your goal is here.
You know, now would be a nice time to have hold portal.
Would. The opposite with knock.
Yeah. Just thinking for holding the front door if we go in. Oh. Hey, brown.
Come on, nope, wrong colour.
Ah.
Yeah. The room itself, though, is fairly plain. There's little of it that kind of stands out to you, other than the fact this clearly was once the room that was always used for this kind of stuff, for general woodworking. For general repairs to the place, very likely. You see hammers, chisels, all the tools you'd expect.
It's going to be very awkward if someone spots us while we're in here.
And it's going to take some time to do as well. Who's going to be one climbing in out of curiosity?
Kellis will go first. I'm expecting this to be warded, that the armor should protect me from that going off, and it should hopefully also tingle to let me know there's wards here. Kellis is going first.
I mean, it's been tingling since you came in.
Yeah.
To the entire region.
It'll tingle more. Plus, hopefully the golem won't be able to sense I'm there if it also works on that.
As you climb through the hole that's been made in the window to the inside, Karis, you immediately realise something.
Hmm?
As you kind of lowered yourself onto the ground, your foot is located right between two tripwires, one behind, one in front.
Yeah, she just sort of freezes. Her back foot is still sort of balanced on the windowsill, and she just freezes. It's like, there's mundane traps in here as well. There's two tripwires right by my foot. They're smart. Most people would set one, and you'll get past that, think you're perfectly fine, and then you trip the other one.
Oh well, good job for good job not stepping on it and finding it.
From where she's standing, can she sort of like look at the tripwire and follow it to where it goes? Just with her eyes? And try and work out what it's connected to?
What it appears to be connected to appears to be a modified crossbow sitting on the workbench on the far side of the room. But that's no bolt loaded into the crossbow. Is that a thunderstone?
Hmm.
Does it look like it will fire if I simply cut the wire?
Probably. It looks like the wire's being held at tension right now.
In which case, Calvis will not cut the wire. She'll carefully step past it and just say, take a bit of a larger step as you come through. There's the tripwires. Don't step on them. Don't cut them. I'm going to go pull the thunderstone out of that crossbow.
Also, there's that there for you.
Yeah. Sort of skirt around it and pluck the thunderstone out of the crossbow so it can't fire. I presumed it was on this wall.
Yeah, there's a workbench kind of located against that wall as well. And you can pluck the thunderstone out.
After making sure it's not going to trigger the crossbow or something weird like that by removing said thunderstone.
You don't think it will?
Think? I have a thunderstone.
Thunderstone get?
Now there was two tripwires. Were they both leading to the same crossbow?
Yep. Both being held at tension. If either one of them breaks, it looks like it would set it off.
And you said the crossbow looked modified?
Yeah, mostly just so it could hold a thunderstone where you normally
right.
could fit one in.
Nothing hugely special, it's just basically got like a bigger slide on it.
Kind of, yeah. More like a cup.
Yeah. What's between
Hey,
a crossbow and a
Good old
sling?
stone bow.
Yeah, it's closer to a stone bow in some regards now.
Adeline, thunderstone. No, arrow, bolt, blue ones. You're not talking. All right. Cadme will take one of the adamantine bolts and take her staff out from behind the cloak, and we'll do what is it called again? It's the she'll cast a line weapon on it and then hand it to Shiva, and then hop in the building.
What did you just hand Shiva?
A adamantine bolt with a line weapon on it, so it counts as good.
Okay.
So it can actually
Sorry.
hurt the golem.
I was lost among the what is this called? I need to figure this out.
Yeah.
I
Sorry.
lost the plot.
Oh, sorry. I always think of adamantine as the Dwarf Fortress version.
Nope. A mithril is considered more blue
Yeah.
in D&D.
Whenever I think of adamantine, it's always the RuneScape version, which is that green.
Yeah, it's black with a green tinge.
Okay.
Or purple in the presence of magic.
Right.
Yeah, Shiva want to climb in as well?
Yeah.
Okay. Shiva, there is a large golem standing in front of you.
Nice. I'm gonna look it over just because you can.
It's very intricate work. Demonic essence infused into a regular golem base. The runes have been very carefully put together. Honestly, it's a beautiful work of art. The sculpting on it as well.
You make up the whole point. What do we think it would be to activate it under our qualified assumptions? Looking it over.
I mean, very likely, whoever created this probably only has to issue one command word and it wakes up.
Okay.
Someone should hold a silent sphere of already if someone comes in when we're doing this.
This
Mhm.
is
Yep, I can do
a
that.
good point.
Academy is also, meanwhile, while you guys are doing that, Academy's going to hop up onto its shoulders and take out her color changing brush.
Academy, no.
What do you mean, though?
It'll make
don't
it
want to
obvious
learn.
it's been tampered with.
Ah, but I want to give it angry eyebrows.
No.
No.
You can
Okay,
do
fine.
so after all of this if it survives.
Well, then it'll be angry.
And doesn't
It'll
try and
still be
murder us.
angry.
Okay, fine.
A Berserk Stone Golem is not something you want to be dealing with.
Kelvis is basically listening at the main door, the far side, just trying to get some form of advance warning if someone starts coming in.
Academy will do the same at the side door then. She
Well,
can't paint, right?
Whereas you can never hear people, lots of people.
Hopefully,
It sounds like a mustering group to send outside right now. So you're not sure how many are there, but quite a lot of people and quite a lot of armor you can hear being put on.
Oh, good.
well, hopefully this will take us long enough that some of them will leave, and none of them will come in here.
Cabin listening at the other door. Meanwhile, she honestly doesn't hear anything in there at all, except maybe dripping water.
I hear water in this room.
We'll check that after we do this.
Okay.
If you want to adjust the runes,
Mm,
Yeah.
okay. Make me a spellcraft check.
And we're planning on making it go berserk activate.
yeah.
Have your 2 aids.
I'll take my 2 aids. And I have a reroll on this.
Fun fact: a feed infused golem has an extra effect when it goes berserk. Not only does it go berserk and start hammering everything, it has a burst of hellfire when it goes to berserk, cooking everything in
Cool.
nearby.
Pretty
Wonderful.
glad I said use so and said on myself.
Yeah, this is not a thing you want to fight. Maybe as a party you'll be fine, but if it's on top of a load of enemies, that can be dangerous.
I think at that point our plan would be grab everyone we can, fly away.
Fair.
As she begins to carefully go to work, holding her makeshift chisel in both hands, scraping in the black, holy metal. Each adjustment of the room. It's honestly nerve-wracking because if you do this wrong, potentially this entire room goes up in hellfire, which, given almost everyone's climbed inside, would be pretty dangerous.
It's okay, Reese will be fine.
And Hazel.
Honestly, probably the 2 people we want outside. Both of the
Yeah.
healers and also both of the very strongly good aligned people.
The people most likely to be melted by hellfire.
Yeah.
Rune after rune. Shiva having to get a stall at one point to reach some of the higher ones. It takes some time. Each change is subtle, but precise. But the golem does not explode, though this does take Shiva quite a while to do. Can you roll me a d6?
I'm gonna hope that's really good.
That's probably how long it took.
Or it'll be how long it took, not be very sad. Regardless.
That was time.
Yeah.
We honestly roll so shit whenever we have to roll for how long something lasts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, it looks like the process of altering as golem is going to end up taking you. Let's see, that's 6. So that is about 30 minutes.
30 minutes. Damn right.
Look, it's really thick stone. Shiva's got noodle arms.
But I gave her a magical butter knife.
I mean, this once again, noodle arms.
How long does your magical butter knife last for?
Not that long.
Hence, it might take a while. I'm going to quickly go to the toilet, and then I'll resolve what happens after you've finished.
Oh dear.
But it does not explode.
I mean, I rolled a 38. I hope it doesn't explode.
You have succeeded. I will tell you that.
If I
Honestly-
had... What's up, J-Mac?
I was gonna say, honestly, we've deprived them of a massive power boost, so it's good. Even if it took fucking ages.
Yeah, assuming
Mhm.
this is
So
the only one
bored.
they had.
That, and it's time for them to get more troops out of the building.
3 minutes is maybe a bit much. Well, probably more time than we would have to give them.
Yeah, but,
Yeah, at this point the troops are probably coming back.
I doubt that.
Judging by how long our combats normally last.
I think the main issue is how long can our allies hold out.
Yeah.
Though, admittedly, we're probably working more towards stalling than they are, winning.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
totally. But it's still, they probably weren't
Yeah.
expecting us to spend half an hour fiddling with a golem.
Yeah, I think at least we can tell them, like, hey, we might be taking a bit longer. Ooh. Ironically, this would technically be long enough for Kemi to cast Clairvoyance.
Yeah. Yeah, I could totally do that, but
The map's disappearing.
No! The darkness approaches. While this is happening, I really have to bitch. Roll20's Fog of War thing could be so much better.
I much prefer a different fog of war system.
Yeah. If I ever get good at using Foundry, I might entertain the idea of moving over to that, because that has some very nice Fog of War controls. But effort.
Oh, we could briefly see into the void.
The void stirs back.
the void screams for chicken.
That's a whole bunch of low numbers.
No one tries to make their way into the room you're in right now, which is good.
Yeah.
But it's gone very quiet outside. Very quiet. Almost eerily so. You can't hear any fighting, and Reason Hazel hasn't seen anyone fly past in a while. Or for that matter, many enemy patrols. Like, both sides seem to have disappeared.
Peak?
We're just gonna have to trust them.
Does anyone do anything else during that 13 minutes?
Academy's gonna get bored and cast Clear Audience, Clairvoyance just past this door that Kellerus is looking at through.
No, does she? Interesting.
Dear. I could have peeked the door.
And it might just be interesting because of what she sees.
I saw a JMac ping.
So you
Ping.
Because I can't help pinging. The system pings when I don't want it to.
It's fair.
And weirdly, doesn't ping when I actually want it to.
Don't think I've ever had that problem.
We have.
How long are you going to keep pinning?
Ping, 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 ping.
As long as it takes.
Well, in this time, most of the noises outside seem to have left, most of the buckling up. Which I guess is a good thing, right?
Yeah.
Probably.
I mean, unless they formed a phalanx outside our door.
That would be less good.
I mean, if they have, that's why we have Fireball.
Oh, hey. It's not doggies outside. Not nice doggies, but,
It's a ransacked room of the temple. You think once just kind of a statuary corridor area, but at this point, all remnants of the divine in this room have been removed forcefully, leaving nothing but rubble and beds for animals.
Yeah, not a whole lot in that room. A guy, his 5 dogs. How grumpy does that man see?
It doesn't seem that grumpy at all.
Oh. Does he seem mind controlled?
I mean, that you're not sure.
Yeah, I can't really see his facial expressions. He's wearing a mask.
I mean, you can actually half see it. His mask isn't always down. His mask is occasionally up when he's working with the dogs here.
Well, I can watch for a little bit. And I don't know if I can try to get a sense motive on him.
You can try. You don't see any signs of domination on him. That's the work's really subtle, but I don't see anything that stands.
Yeah, that's just the guy and his dogs. I mean, pretty grumpy man and his grumpy dogs. Though if
You do realise, though, this door here is barred.
Hmm.
Perhaps they were afraid of the golem being done wrong and going berserk, killing whoever's inside.
Yeah, that could be true.
So was that the main big door that's barred?
Yep.
Ah.
Is it currently barred?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't feel like we need to really worry about this way. Can't really open that door. Well, we can't. They could. But it would be noisy and not. Well, it does make me think that this door over here is barred as well.
I mean, we could check after this is done at least. We might
Yeah.
need to go in for another way.
There's more windows out.
I don't know if this is lucky or unlucky, but we got this room first.
Use up a silence orb.
Yeah, but now it seems most of the people here don't have to worry so much about others.
Looking in this room, do I see any words written next to the door?
Words? You mean like room names?
Yeah.
Don't be preposterous.
That's an OSHA violation.
Are you saying they're missing the fire exit sign?
Yep.
Well, in fact, they are. They're also missing clearly 2 support columns.
Jeez.
This place is old and worn down already. Like, if you guys cast AoE spells, there is a good chance you could blow up sections of wall with it.
Fortunately, we think we need to go down. So let's not do that. Or I suppose let's only do that when we are down.
Shiva, you almost done?
Shiva just looks kind of frustrated and annoyed at how intricate this is.
I think that doesn't know.
I mean,
Okay.
the problem for Shiva is it's super intricate work that requires her using like half her body mass to actually chisel anything.
That's probably what Amaya is helping with.
Providing more shrink.
Shiva's lining it up, and Amaya is just applying the hammer.
But, I mean, eventually you'll finish. If only you had a sculptor with you.
I was about to say, ironically, Hestia would be great for this because she actually has sculpting. She has ice sculpting, but she's currently a figurine.
Hazel has
Sexual authority.
Hazel has wood carving, but that's not wood.
Yeah, Hestia has
Oh,
24 strength.
But yeah. You will eventually finish the project, however.
Yay.
Right. Good to have that's done at least. We're into next.
Do we want to look at what's in this workshop? See if there's
Oh, I've looked in this room a lot.
like the to the top.
Oh. Sure.
There might be something useful.
In which case I suggest we all get ready in case there's something we don't want seeing us in there.
Yep.
Stiff is just gonna activate a minute of hair, because you never know.
Action to throw a silent sphere if it's the guy who's working on the golem and it's about to yell a word activated.
I don't know, it's been half an hour. I imagine he's probably not in there.
Well, maybe it's a
Hey,
toilet.
he might be in there working on something else.
Well, in that case, first off, listen at the door. Can I hear anyone in there, aside from the water dripping that we heard earlier?
I thought it was a toilet.
You hear the sound of someone straining.
Yeah, okay.
Does it, as daft as it sounds, does it sound like someone straining, for example, on the toilet or trying to lift something, or does it sound like someone who's been bound and is straining, like muffled, that sort of thing?
It doesn't really sound muffled.
I think you should just stop being squishy and just open the freaking door.
Sure.
If there's someone in there, we can just shoot him in the head. It's fine.
I suppose everyone gets ready to rush for potentially the dude on the bog.
You break through the door. It is quick and decisive. Inside the room, as Keris charges in, the floor in this room is covered in hay. On both the left and right-hand sides, multiple wooden boxes with holes. Latrines have been set up.
How long does
A
someone
shared block.
spend on the bog?
Who says he's been here the entire time?
I do.
But there is, in fact, what appears to be a rather green cultist currently sitting on one of the latrines, trousers down, mask off, and terror on his face as you charge in.
That poor man. I feel really bad.
Yeah,
I don't.
True
That's
death.
like
just
my nightmare.
let's just get this straight over with and just go straight for the knockout. You know, he's already having a bad enough day. Let's not draw this out for him.
That's specifically your nightmare rose that adventuring part will burst through your toilet door and beat the shit out of you.
Yes.
That's fair.
The room unlocks the latrine.
But at least we can see there's a door on the other end.
Mm-hmm. Which is good, yeah. Honestly, latrine's probably one of the best places to find because it's going to be connected to multiple places that people can have access to.
It's a shared bathroom situation, so
Yeah.
like there's like 6 people could have dumps in here quite easily. So
Academy's also going to rush in.
Academy rushes in and just sees the knocked out guy sitting on top of the latrine.
It's for the best for him. He can now relax and do what he needs to do in his own time.
Yeah, it looks a bit rough.
He'll eventually wake up. Let's just leave it at that.
I mean, you did hit him with the flat of your axe. I mean,
Yeah, but he looks like he's got a fairly thick skull.
Is there a reason why we should just stab him in the throat?
I mean, is there a reason why we should?
Yes.
No, actually, I kind of agree with Cadme with this. If we tie him up and leave him here, we have someone to drag back. So I don't know if Rose can at least, I don't know, have someone directly to pin the blame on and learn more about this.
And we have
Yeah.
no proof that he wasn't just one of the brainwashed.
All true.
Also, if he's the golem creator, we kind of do need to know the word to make it, go berserk if no one else does.
Yeah.
He does not look like a golem created to any of you.
Oh, poor man.
Just like you can't really tell what a golem looks like. Make it looks like by just looking at him normally. But this guy does not in any way look like a mage. So, but being a mage is kind of a pre.
In which case, let's just take a little bit of pity on him tying up in here.
Yeah.
He'll be out for a good long while. We don't need to kill him.
Okay, Gallerus, let's listen at this door. Sorry, excuse me, sir. Kidby's gonna kind of prop him up on against the wall and give him a pat on the head.
Make sure he doesn't fall into the toilet.
You know what? Here, Kidby's gonna also pull up his pants. There you go. What is on the other side of this door?
Hallway.
Oh,
Burst dramatically into the hallway. Bum ba da bum. Actually, do it
Sneaky.
slightly quietly. Peek round the corner.
and then Gallerus and Cadme are gonna do the Scooby-Doo thing. If one head appears above and one head appears below.
Strangely enough, Kelris's head is the higher one, standing on
Yeah.
Cadme.
Nothing's good.
It's empty for the moment.
You check that door. I'll check the far
Kelris
one.
is actually going to sneak up to here and press against the wall and peek out the window, make sure there's no one outside who could spot us through.
Okay.
I mean, obviously, if she's down here and spots someone out there, she'd stop there, but,
Hold for just one moment, please.
because this is exactly the situation. Every game ever, I'd go sneaking along the corridor, listening at all the doors, only to be spotted by someone through the fucking window.
Yep.
Well, it's funny you say that. Perhaps you're genre savvy enough with stealth games to know what's about to know what's out there. I mean, all my days of Payday have clearly taught me this is what happens. Don't so much play more Payday at some point.
Okay, peeks out the window, jerks back.
The thing is, Kara's notices something else as well, though. As you see a face turn ghost whitish with pen peek through the window.
Oh, does she see herself?
No.
Ah.
But you do see straight across into the bedroom window of one of the small houses. There are no cultists in that room. However, you do see someone that you probably didn't expect to see.
Kid.
What appears to be a teenage civilian, currently looking through one of the boxes in the room. Suddenly sees this cultist through the window, staring right at her. Right at him, sorry.
Kelris sort of
Locking eyes.
Kelris sort of stares at them, locks eyes, just slowly raises a finger to her lips, and then disappears, backs off down the corridor.
Someone's sneaking around, and also they're now flat out terrified because they had a cultist just see them.
Yeah, but I motion for them to be quiet, Yeah, she'll back down the corridor and whisper, okay, 2 dark knights outside, slightly to the right. They can see straight through that window. There's also still civilians around. One straight in our building straight north. Didn't seem to be mind controlled. Looked absolutely petrified when they saw me.
Oh, well then they're probably sneaking around too.
Through the bird mask.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I hope I wish them luck.
Yes.
What's
I don't see how we'd get through the far door without being spotted by the knight.
well, that's why I'm looking at this door.
Over Whisperlink. Most of us do currently look like cultists as well. We might be able to just chance it if we feel brave.
Hmm.
Alternatively, you said there's only 2, yes?
That I could see, and would have to break through a window to get to them.
Well, we still have the exit to view from the first window.
Yeah, but then that runs the risk of other things spotting us as well. We have,
I have an idea for that.
but we have multiple doors we could go through. Let's just save breaking all sorts of stealth rules for when we run out of doors. So, this one next, I guess.
Yeah, I'm listening.
There's something in there, dark pinged.
Ping. Ping.
Ping. Bong. Ping.
I'll keep you in your pinging.
Ah, bugs.
But there are creatures in there. Undoubtedly, there are multiple creatures in there. It appears to be a library.
Hmm.
I've seen a bunch of cultists going through the bookshelves and others studying ancient tomes. One of them pauses for a moment. Hey, did someone hear something? Starts looking around. Not entirely sure he's heard something, but suddenly suspicious.
Hmm.
Group, how do you proceed?
Yeah, I don't think we need to go in there.
Probably not. What we're looking for is a way down.
Holy shit, I've been muted for so long.
Dear.
I don't even know how long, but for so long. Yeah, I was basically saying I could attempt to bluff the way through this, but I don't think we particularly need to go bursting in there. I certainly was thinking we were just opening the door just enough to see. Then, yeah, I'm fine with just closing it and trying a different door.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look like there are any doors on this wall, so there's no point in trying to go through there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think we could probably get to this next door without the knight seeing us.
Probably.
Seems like the sort of thing that would be fair. Depends which way the door opens.
Another thing I want to try though is once that door's closed again, I'm gonna kind of sneak to here and mage hand and just try the doorknob on this door, far door, and see if it's locked. I'm not opening it or anything. I'm just
I mean, a mage
wiggling
hand
the
can't open the door, but
yeah. I
Yeah,
just want to wiggle it and see if
yeah.
it seems locked.
Basically just turning the handle.
Yeah.
Do you have a way of casting Mage Hand silently?
Yeah.
Psychic.
Okay.
you kind of reach out and the door, I mean, the knob moves.
Okay. Well, the knob moves means it's not locked there.
I'm so glad I wasn't the only one that heard that. Holy shit. That made me jump. There was the sound of glass breaking, like a bottle breaking.
Oh.
And all the knights are moving.
Wait. That person just randomly broke a bottle.
Guess I made an impression on them.
Kazimi's going to take the opportunity to peek open this door.
Why is Shiva staying by the golem?
Kind of want to have someone over here just in case something happens. I'm worried about someone walking in. So I'd rather just have someone in this room in general. And Shiva has a personal bodyguard in her bag.
She has a Pokemon. You.
Basically.
Immediately, everyone in the room is crushed to death.
Well, that wouldn't be the worst idea. But Hussey is currently human.
Okay.
Everyone was crushed to death by a small child.
A small child that weighs 3,000 pounds.